people wanna dance, and if they're gonna dance, then they're gonna dance with me. One night only.
One of the most important aspects of any musical, and especially one like Dreamgirls, is the choreography. And we have been blessed to be working with one of the best choreographers anywhere in town, Jen Glowe. Jennifer, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, I'm doing good.
Good, good. Well, I'm glad to finally get to talk to you one-on-one. I know we've had the camera in your face while you've been working on Dreamgirls. You know,
It's been crazy.
It has been a crazy experience, but a good one, you know, and we have a hit on our hands, I think. So, but I'm curious because for somebody like me who is definitely not a dancer, it seems like such a fascinating art to be able to put together these stories through dance. Where do you even start to begin with a show like Dreamgirls and putting these dances together?
Well, this specific show, we were lucky because it was inspired by so many big groups that we had kind of inspiration, you know. It was easy to look up the Supremes and kind of get their style. Act 1's mostly in the takes place in the 60s, so Act 2's in the 70s.
That does make a lot of
So
sense with the Temptations or the Jackson 5.
Definitely.
You can borrow
Supremes.
all those kind of moves.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, when you don't have a show that has that built in, where do you begin? I mean, when you just have to create something out of thin air, is there other influences that you draw on? How do you do that?
I look at the time era.
Mm-hmm.
Time era and kind of watch things to inspire me. I mean, was it a big era for hips? You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, go-go dancing, they use a lot of ribs.
You have to do a lot of research when you're getting into one of these
Yeah,
programs.
definitely.
Well, I know Dreamgirls had something like, I don't know, 18 different kind of dance numbers. It's a huge show. What were some of the challenges with not only Dreamgirls, but with working on community theater projects in general?
In general, community theater, you don't get a lot of professional dancers at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the toughest part, is making it look how you want without extensive rehearsal time with these people, especially in large ensembles. You just get who you get, you know.
And you're kind of stuck with that. You know, I think, you know, at the Cassidy has been my experience that fortunately, and even in Dreamgirls, you have worked with some incredible dancers.
We've been so fortunate.
We really
this
have,
cast.
you know, and I think there are a lot of people who can dance well, fortunately, but you're right, you know, these aren't professional dancers. I know when I'm doing a show, I feel so self-conscious when I'm doing a dance number. So it's kind of a balance between making the actors look as good as they possibly can and still have a vision.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big challenge.
Right.
Well, how did you get started in the whole dance business and choreography?
Oh, geez. I was probably 2 when I started dancing. Back in Buffalo, New York, and then I was around 19 when I started touring with Sesame Street Live and Care Bears Live. I performed, I directed, I choreographed. So
it's been a lifetime.
I did that for 7 years. So then I landed in Cleveland.
And what other shows have you done here at the Cassidy?
Recently I did Cabaret. We're working on Rocky Horror right now for October. And we also did that last year. I did some tap numbers from Millie, and Applause is my first show here.
So you're off to a fantastic start, and I know, speaking, you know, as the director of Dreamgirls, we couldn't be more fortunate to have you work on it. I know it's our first time working together. Hopefully, not even close to being the last. Yes, absolutely, sure has. So thanks very much, Jen Glowe, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now, in case you were wondering who that little voice was during my conversation with Jen, that was her beautiful baby son, Nathan, who's also been with us every step of the way. And he's gotten to know the show pretty well, although he definitely has his favorites.
What does Teddy say? What does Teddy say? What does he say? Ow! Ow!
Sing it, brother.
Say hi.
Well, it's opening night. I can't believe we've finally gotten to this point in so many weeks and months of hard work by so many people, but we're all dressed up, we're ready to go. So here's to everybody breaking legs and having a great time tonight. Opening night of Dreamgirls, here we go.
Opening night, yeah, a little nervous, but I'm very excited.
Actually, I'm really not nervous for some reason.
I can't believe how much we've grown as a group and as a family. It's so awesome. Seems like yesterday we just started rehearsals.
How are you?
I'm wonderful, how are you?
Excellent. Got rested and ready to do the show, and we're gonna knock them dead tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the Apollo Theater continues our legendary talent contest.
It's opening night, brother.
We're gonna knock them dead.
Let's do it.
It's done. It's done.
Wow. I just wanted to say, first of all, let me introduce my wife. That's Lisa. That's Lisa. And second of all, I just want to say how much I just am in love with all of you. This is a monster of a show, and I never could have hoped for more with each and every one of you. You know, I first heard this show in 1984 and have loved it ever since, and to come to this point is really overwhelming for me. And you guys, I mean, last night it just peaked, and I really want to, first and foremost, I want to thank Jennifer.
How beautiful you look.
How's that?
That's a beautiful belly.
Isn't it huge?
It is not. How are you feeling?
Like a sausage.
Well, you look gorgeous, and it's opening night.
Thank you. Happy opening. Glow sticks with the token white chocolate.
Ah, it's classic. Love it. Thank you. Is that for me?
Yep.
That is awesome. Token white chocolate.
And David, my partner. Obviously, without whom, you know, none of this would be possible. I'm so lucky that they even, you know, agreed to be part of this. And of course, you know, I have to say to Trinidad and Aisha and Caron, you are the amazing stars. Amazing stars. But you know what? It's way more than all of that. I mean, it's every person I look at, I just think, what incredible work that you've done. I mean, I think of people like Deshaun, who has, I can't even describe how far you've come. And you know, the True Tones and the Tuxedos and the Stepsisters and, you know, of course, you know, my beautiful, beautiful dancers, and I mean, who, you know, and Holly basically, you know, would take over rehearsals, you know, and you know, there's just not words enough to express that. So I just want to say how much I love you, and I'm grateful to you, and thank you so much. And I know they're gonna love you. Word is spreading fast tonight. I think is just about sold out.
Yeah.
And it's going to go fast, so, and as it should. You know, like I told you from the very first read-through, I'm a promoter, and I have really, you know, busted my to make sure that people know about your incredible work, because you deserve it. You deserve big audiences, and you're going to get them.
Good job,
and no, thank you. So, you know, you've seen ads in the Friday magazine, you've seen the cable show, you've been in front of the camera. Thank you for playing with me on the camera. I appreciate that. And you're going to see, obviously, the thing in free, whether it's the Free Times or the article that's coming out next week in the Sun News. You know, that's what we're trying to do to support you. So, unless you think that the theater doesn't notice your hard work, they do, and it's also appreciated by them. So. That's all I wanted to say. Break a leg. Thank you. I love you.
I feel great. I'm excited. This is opening night. This is what we worked hard for.
You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful.
You excited?
Very excited.
It's been a long trip, hasn't it?
Yes. But absolutely worth it the whole time.
That's all I want to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you, Geoff.
I love it. I'm having so much fun.
You are?
It's my first crew experience. I was a little nervous, but I'm having a lot of fun.
And she rocks. She's rocking up
She
the
is
place.
rocking the house. Dylan, you and I have been on this journey from the very beginning, haven't we?
Forever. I mean, yeah.
Step into the light.
Cast, it is now 7:15.
I'm very, very excited. And I'm glad we're actually in the show because that seems to be the fun part.
Well, you've done a great job, man, and here we are, opening night.
Thank you. You too. You too.
Break a leg.
Break a leg. Break a leg.